Hi everyone, this is Venkat Krishna from Chris Software Solutions. In this video we are going to see how to write the test cases, and around test cases what is the real-time process we used to follow in real-time in the company. So those all things very clearly we are going to discuss in this video. Let me enter into the video. And coming to this one, real-time process, first we used to get the requirement document from the client or from the BA, business analyst. Once we get the requirements document, we need to go through it. We need to understand those requirements very clearly, and if at all any questions we are having, we need to update it to the BA or client. So based on that, whatever the questions we are getting, and we need to send it to the BA. Still we are not clarified with all our doubts, then we can our lead or manager can set up a meeting with BA and clarifying all our questions around all the requirements. And once we clarified with each and every requirement, then we use it to start the test scenarios and test cases. So this is the real-time process we used to follow. First we need to get the requirement document. In the old models and all, we used to get the requirement document like this way. This is the real-time requirement document which I worked on long back. And see, we're going to have the introduction and the limitations, changes, scope, out of scope, and impact analysis. See, like this way, the requirements, functional specifications. So like this way, diagrams we're going to have in the requirement document. Based on these diagrams, we need to prepare and flow documents also will be there. Based on these diagrams and flow diagrams, and we need to prepare the test scenarios and test cases based on the KT from the BA, based on the understanding of the testing team. We need to follow it, and we need to prepare the test scenarios and test cases. Okay, so all the requirements like this way in the document wise they are going to put it. In the old models, traditional models and all, like waterfall model, spiral model, V model and all, this is the process. But nowadays trending is Agile model. Agile, Scrum or Kanban we need to use, or the companies are using these two models. But Scrum is the very much popular nowadays. Most of the companies are using Scrum, Agile Scrum. If Agile Scrum they are using, one of the popular tool they are using for the Agile Scrum is the JIRA tool they are going to use. Like this way, JIRA board will be there. In the JIRA board, it is a sprint, 10 days remaining, you can able to see here. And this is the stories they are going to put it into a to-do section, and the in progress section will be there, done section will be there. So all the backlog stories we are going to put it into a to-do section, and once development team completed it, they are going to move it to in progress. In the in progress, we are going to perform the testing on it, and then we are going to move it to the done state. So in the Agile model, so this is the, for example, Gmail login requirement. Just for example, I am showing you only for this demo. I have created this requirement, this story. We can call in Agile model not the requirement, we can call it as a story, and this is the story description will be there. Based on this, we need to understand, and if any questions will be there, you need to talk to your lead, or you can send a mail to your BA, or in the Agile model, Agile Scrum Master will be there. We can take up our issues to him. Like this is the process we used to follow in the Agile model and all. Okay, write the test scenarios and test cases based on the knowledge we get it from the BA. So once we get complete knowledge on it, then we are going to start first with the test scenarios. Once test scenarios all are completed, then we are going to start with the test cases based on the scenarios. Once scenarios and test cases are completed, then we do have in real time peer reviews will be there. So, and then once peer review means your colleague is going to review your scenarios and test cases. Similarly, your lead is going to review your scenarios and test cases. So your peer, your same level colleague or your colleague is doing, that is a peer review. Your lead is reviewing, that is a lead review. So reviews will be involved here, and based on these reviews, whatever the review comments we get it from the colleague or lead, we are going to update our scenarios and test cases before we get the updated build from the development team. Once we get the build from the development team, Then we are going to start with executing these test cases on that application, and we are going to verify what test cases are getting passed and what are all getting failed. So this is the general process, real-time process, what we used to follow in real time. And one more thing, the Scrum board here, if you will see, only 3 columns are there, but in real time and all, multiple columns will be there around this. These are all the columns. Not started. So not started means nothing is started for those backlog stories. And then dev to do, dev in progress, code review they have to do from their end, testing to do, testing in progress, and done. These are all the columns will be there in this storyboard. So we have only these 3, but in real time you can find these are all the columns. Not started, dev to do, dev in progress. Dev in progress means development is in progress. Once development is completed for that story, they are going to do code review, and then they will move it to testing to do. If we are starting testing on that story, then we will move that story from testing to do to test in progress. And then once we completed with the testing and issues all are fixed, everything is working fine, all the bugs are closed, so then we will move that story to done. Done means that is a completed story. So this is how we used to follow in real time process, how we used to get the requirements or stories, and what is the process we used to follow and all. Now we will see about the test cases. Let me go to this story only. Gmail login page requirements. So what they have given, verify Gmail login page functionality with all below. Just I have created for our demo this story. Google image, sign into, continue to Gmail, autofill with email or phone, forgot email, not your computer. These all need to be available, and it should work with valid username and valid password and all. That is the functionality of Gmail login page. Now we are going to write the test cases for this. We are going to cover test cases for this. Before going to that, I want to show you the test case template and test scenario template. This is the real-time templates which I have used in my company. Serial number, requirement, what is the requirement here. You can copy this from your story, if at all in Agile model, or if at all it is traditional model, then you can copy it from your requirement document. And the scenario ID, this we need to give scenario ID. Scenario description, whatever the description it is, we need to update here scenario description, and what scenario we are working on. High level we are going to give. Scenario is something like it is a high level verification point which we are going to derive it from the story or requirements. So from that high level scenario, we are going to derive the low level test cases, what we need to test and all. At the end of this video you will understand what is scenarios and test cases and all. Requirement ID, this you need to copy it from your requirement document or your story ID. Expected test case count, how many test cases we can able to derive for this requirement, that count we need to update here. And the time required for test cases, how much time it is going to take for designing the test cases for this scenario, that we need to update here. So this is our scenario template. So since it is the Gmail, you are already aware of the Gmail, everyday daily life we are using the Gmail. So Gmail login page, one scenario. Gmail registration page, one scenario. Home page, one scenario. And this is Gmail home page, this is another scenario. Inbox, this is inbox scenario. Sent module, one scenario. Draft module, one scenario. So now you understood that scenario is a high level verification point. Verify the Gmail login page is a high level. What we are going to verify in login page, those are coming under test cases. Verify Gmail registration functionality is a scenario. In that Gmail functional registration, what are all the cases we are going to write, those all coming under test cases. Compose related, all coming under test cases. So one thing you need to understand here is test cases we are deriving from the scenarios. For first thing we need to do, derive the scenarios from the requirements or stories. Based on that we need to derive the test cases. Now let me see the test cases. This is our test case template, real-time template which we are using. Even you can also use in your company. QC name, it is related to the ALM, application lifecycle management. One more tool is there, test management tool. which usually we export all these test cases into ALM and we will execute there. In the coming future videos, I am going to cover what is ALM and how to upload the test cases into it and all. We will see later. Coming to the test cases part, this is the first test case. So before going to start with the test case, let me brief you on the template. QC name is related to ALM. Now you don't worry about this one. Test case ID. This we need to give. TC means test case, module name and 001. Scenario. For which scenario we are writing the test cases? For this scenario we are writing the test cases. So we need to update the scenario ID. What is the test description? What we are verifying? Verifying title of the login page. This we will update. I will update. Test description you need to provide. Prerequisite means precondition. What is the precondition to do the to write the test case, and what is the precondition need to be available before executing the test case? We need to provide here. Steps is stepwise. Test steps we need to provide, and expected results and the actual results and the pass or fail comments. These all we are going to update while at the time of executing the test cases. Now you may get a doubt here. When we are going to execute the test cases? Once we get the latest build from the development team, then we are going to execute these test cases. Before that, whenever they are developing the developing the code for our application, parallelly we are preparing our test cases. At the time of they are completing the coding, we will also complete our scenarios and test cases. We will be ready from our end. Once they give us the code for testing, then we are going to execute all these test cases on our application, and we are going to verify what is passed, what is failed. So these fields, at the time of execution we are going to update actual result. What is the result we are getting from the application, whether it is matching with expected result or not. If it is matching, your test case is pass. If all these steps are matching, your test case is pass. Any one step is not matched with the expected result, the test case is failed. So similarly, pass or fail. If expected match with the actual, then that step will be passed. Similarly, comments. If test case is failed, then you can update your comments. That test case is a positive or negative here, you need to update. So based on that, either it is a positive test case, negative test case, we can identify. Okay, now let me try to write some test cases here. So first test case, verify the, I can change it to first test case. See, I have opened, this is my page. This is my login page of the Gmail. I want to write the test cases for this. So, and before going to write the test cases, you need to understand how many type of test cases will be there. GUI test cases, functional positive test cases, functional negative test cases, field level validation test cases, non-functional test cases. Non-functional we will not concentrate because it is related to performance or security and all. We don't concentrate much on this, but above 4 type of test cases we need to write. GUI means whatever you are able to see on the application, that is GUI. Whatever the functionality you are testing with valid data, that is a functional positive. With negative data you are trying to test something, that is a functional negative. Field level validation is something like each and every text field we need to verify what is the starting length of the text it should allow, what is the ending length of the text it should allow. That is something like field level validation test cases. Field level validation test cases we need to follow what is the starting length, what is the ending length. So that we need to verify, that I will explain you while writing the test cases. Okay, first test case, verify the logo. I am trying to verify this logo. I am trying to verify the logo. This is the my logo, Google. So verify logo in login page. What is my prerequisite? Application should be available. Step 1, open browser. Browser should open. Enter URL. URL should be entered. URL should be entered. And click on enter or go button. It should open the login page. Verify Google logo. Google logo should display. This is my first test case. I am verifying this logo. Next I want to verify this sign in. Okay, how you can just How you can write this one? What is my test case ID is what? TC underscore login underscore 002. My scenario, this is my scenario, and what I am trying to verify here, verify sign in text in login page. Next, same prerequisite, application should be available. Next, I want to write these steps are common here, so I am copy pasting those steps. Fourth step is what? Verify sign in text in login page. What is the, so expected is what? Sign in text should be available. Sign in text should be available. So this is my second test case. Next, third test case, to continue to Gmail text need to be available. So how we are going to do that? Third test case. What is my test case ID? TC underscore login underscore 003. My scenario is, this is my scenario. What text we need to verify? To continue to Gmail text we need to verify. Verify to continue to Gmail. Text in login page. Okay, what is my prerequisite? Same prerequisite. These first three steps are common. So step 4, verify so you need to be little expertise on Excel side, because whatever the tool you are using, you are going to write it in a Excel itself only. If everything is working, test cases scenarios all are completed, then you are moving your test cases into whatever the tool you are using. It may be a JIRA, or it may be a ALM, or TestRail, or TestLink, whatever the test management tool you are using. Text should be available in login page. Like this way we need to write each and every step. Now we are writing the Gmail test cases. Each and every step you need to write. Next one, this email or phone text field need to be available. What is my test case? So my test case, this is my fourth test case. I am going to write scenario. For this scenario I am writing login page, all the scenarios coming under, all the test cases coming under this scenario. I need to verify email or phone field in login page. Email or phone field in login page. Same prerequisite. First three steps are common, and fourth step I am going to write verify email or phone text field in login page. Email or phone text field should be available in login page. Okay, so this is my fourth test case. Like this way you need to write n number of test cases. So now let me explain you GUI. Forget email is available or not, and this text is available or not available. Learn more, create account, next, English, help, privacy, terms, all these are GUI. Okay, these are GUI test cases. You can write n number of test cases. Now next Next I am moving to the GUI. Now I hope you understand how to write. Next I am moving to the functional positive test cases. Okay, functional positive test cases. What are all the functional positive you can write here? First thing, functional positive is you need to enter the valid username. Click on next. It is going to ask you the password. Click on next. User should be able to log in. Okay, that we will try to write like. Okay, I am continuing the same. Login 005. I am continuing, and my scenario is same. Verify email or phone. No, here my test case is verify Gmail login page functionality. Okay, I am using the Gmail login page functionality. My prerequisite is application should be available for us to continue with. That is the precondition, and these 3 steps are common here also. We need to open my step 4. What I need to do? Enter valid. So here my scenario login page functionality with valid data. Enter valid username or enter valid email or phone. Email or phone should be entered. Okay, next step 5. Click on next button. Okay, once we entered this, what we did? We clicked on next button. Click on next button. User should navigate to the password screen, password page. Okay, fine. Next step 6. What we need to do? Enter valid password. Password should be entered. Step 7. Click on next button. So here also we need to enter password and click on next button. So click on next button. So user should be logged in into Gmail. This is my positive test case. This is my positive test case. One of the positive test case. And other login page, what else we can do here? This is my one end-to-end positive test case related to the login page. Fine. Next, what all we can see? We can click on forgot email, and we can see whether it is moving to this page or not. And also we can click on learn more. That is also positive test case. These are also positive test cases, right? Okay, and click on create account. This is also positive test case. And open this, whether all these items are there. That is also positive test case. Click on help. Whether another tab is opened with the help information or not, we can verify. Click on privacy, click on terms. These all are functional positive test cases. Coming to the functional negative. What is the functional negative? I can enter invalid data here. Click on next. It should show me the error message. That is only the negative test case in this page. Okay. So we can enter let me try to write functional negative also one test case. I hope you are following and understanding, right? Like this way. Negative means whenever you are trying to play with negative data, that is a negative test case. Whenever you are playing negative data, that is a negative test case. Test case number 6, test case underscore login underscore 006. Okay, next my scenario I'm copying from here. Next, verify Gmail login page with invalid data. So all these steps are common for me. What is the prerequisite for us? Application should be available. Click on next button, and what is my expected? But I need to enter invalid email or phone. Click on next button. User should get valid error message. Yes, we need to get the error message. This is my error message. Could not find your Google account. Could not find your Google account. This is my negative test case, because I am entering here invalid data. Similarly, okay, this is the negative test case. We can, anything negative we can do here, because no way you are entering data only in this field, right? Coming to the similarly, we will go to the field level validation test cases. Field level validation test cases. Field level validation test cases will be there for the text fields only. It will be there. Okay, only for the text fields. For example, this is my text field. Let me assume it is allowing us the data only between 10 to 30 characters. Let me assume this text field is allowing 10 to 30 characters. Then we need to apply this logic here. This logic is boundary value analysis. It is a test case design technique. We need to apply this. So 10 to 30 characters. 10 is my minimum, and 30 is my maximum. Then if 10 to 30 characters in this case, if 10 to 30 characters in this technique, based on this technique, we are going to get 6 test cases. Minimum -1, 10 to 30 characters. These 6 test cases we need to write. Minimum -1, minimum plus 1, maximum -1, maximum plus 1. If 10 is minimum and 30 is maximum, minimum -1, 10 minus 1, 9. Minimum 10. Minimum plus 1, 11. Maximum -1, 30. Maximum is 30. 30 minus 1, 29. And another test case, maximum 30. Last test case, 31. So these 6 test cases we need to write for the text fields. This is for the field level validation test cases. How we are going to write, I am going to show you now. So my test case 7. Verify Gmail, phone or verify email or phone, because this field is a email or phone, right? Email or phone field with, what is the minimum we are getting? 9, with 9 characters. 9 characters of data. This is my test case. This is my title. Next, application should be available. These first 3 steps are common. You observed or not, I am copy pasting most of the things. Enter invalid data as invalid email or phone with 9 characters length. What is the expected? Because as I told you, it is allowing 10 to 30 only. If you enter 9, in this case, in the 6 cases, the middle 4 are positive, above one and last one are negative. Why? Because the field is allowing 10 to 30 characters. If less than 10 is a negative, greater than 30 is a negative. Okay, so 9 characters length, email or phone should be. And what we need to do, step 5, click on next button. We need to get a user should get proper error message. User should get proper error message. This is with 9 characters. Now I am moving to the next one. Is how many characters? 10 characters. So I am copied same test case. I am pasting. It is my 8th test case. Now here I am changing it to 10 characters. 10 characters is a valid data only. Okay. Now I am changing it to, this is a valid emailer with 10 characters length. 10 characters length. So now user should allow to move next password page. Okay. Same I am 9th test case. Based on the boundary value analysis, what is the next test case? Enter with 11 characters. 11 is also a positive only. 11 characters, same. It should allow us move to the next page. Next, 12th test case. 10th test case. You can observe here. Minimum minus 1, minimum minus 1, minimum plus 1, maximum minus 1, maximum plus 1. Next is 29, 30, 31. 29 characters is valid or invalid? 29 is valid because maximum it should allow 30. So same 29 also I am writing here. Similarly, 11th test case is for 30 characters. 30 characters is also a positive one. 30 characters is also a positive one. It should allow. Similarly, I am going to write 12th test case. Last test case. It is 31. 31 is negative because it should allow till 30 only. So these steps will be whatever the first test case we have written, right? These are all the steps we are going to get for the last one. Just I am copy pasting, but same thing. 31 characters length. User should get proper error message. Like this way we need to write the test cases. Like this way we need to write the GUI I explained you, and functional positive, functional negative, field level validation. Field level validation we have used this one, like test case design technique we have used. In this technique it is going to tell us minimum minus 1, minimum is 10 and maximum is 30. Minimum minus 1 means 10 minus 1 9, minimum 10, minimum plus 1 10 plus 1 11, and maximum minus 1 30 minus 1 29, maximum 30, maximum plus 1 31. So middle 4 are the positive and top one and last one are negative. Okay, so like this way field level validations we need to write. Fine. This is about the how we can write the test cases and all. I hope this video helps you to write the test cases for any application now. Any application you can able to write the test cases now. Okay, in the next video also I am going to record for the test case writing for the other modules and all. I am going to brief you again on all these things and will help you on how to write the test cases and all, because for the manual testing, test case writing is the heart. If you know how to write the test cases and scenarios, easily you can able to survive in manual testing. No doubt about it. So that much important how to write the scenarios and test cases and all. But as per this process, as I explained you, this is the real-time process you need to remember and you need to keep in your mind even in interviews also. This is the process you need to explain it to them. Okay, if you explain this process to him, interviewer will be impressed with your answer and it will be more chance will be there to make you impress him and get your job. Okay, so and also from ChrisSoft we are providing almost all the technical trainings from ChrisSoft side. If at all you know anybody or you need any online trainings and all, please refer us and help us. If you like, that's all for this video. If you like this video, please encourage me by subscribing and liking and sharing our videos. Okay, thank you so much.